Well, good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for hopping on Vital Academy today. My name is James Lenhart, VP of Marketing here in Triple Diamond with Vital Health. I'll be kind of your little host today as we bring on our speakers, and I'm really excited about. I love these Vital Academies because we really the whole idea around meeting together on Saturday is really just to dive into some type of fundamental skill or mindset to grow your business into next week. So, as we go into the training today, I would encourage you, A, to take notes, but take one or two things and just implement them into your daily life inside of Vital Health next week. And that's kind of what I always look to do. I don't try to absorb it all. I try to find the one or two little golden nugget I can use and be able to do that. So as you're coming in here, let us know where you are zooming in from. We are going global and we are expanding very quickly. I see a ton of people up here in Canada. We've got some people kind of joining in from all over the world too, because we're getting ready to do some additional expansions into Latin America, and we're just going to have a blast over the next 3 to 6 months. So my job really is very quickly just to provide you with a few updates of what's going on inside the Vital Health world and anything new, anything exciting. That's kind of my job here, and then I'll pass it off to our speakers here in a few minutes. So. If you don't know yet, we have a corporate sponsored board here at Vital Health. And all that means is it's a place to put a library of all the things that you need in order to share Vital Health. One thing I always mention as well is that this boards app that we're using is a bridge to where we're going. You're going to see a lot of the things we're going to talk about in boards today. You're going to see it in the back office. You're going to see it on new marketing pages. So everything we're doing is a bridge to where we are going. I want you to have that knowledge as we're going into boards because whenever you want to know what's going on, easiest place to go is boards. Now you can go to the Facebook group, you can go to the chats we have, you can do all the different things, but we really wanted to give you one central location where you can really find everything. And we've also been starting to send out messages that are push notifications through boards. So again, we're just trying to really refine our communication with everybody. So if you're getting some messages from boards, just know this is coming from corporate, and these are just letting you know what's going on inside the boards or inside the Vital Health world. And so inside of here too, we've made a few updates. And the one thing I really want to draw your attention to is Vital Pay. If you've been having any challenges with Vital Pay, do not worry, we will resolve them all. Corporate is very well aware of the transition some are going through into Vital Pay. If you've been able to set up your account and you've been able to get paid, throw a one in the chat. Let us know who you are. Throw a one in the chat if you've been able to get Vital Pay set up and everything. And as we go through this transition of moving over to that, we put together a asset in here under library and then tutorials and walkthroughs. We have a back office and a Vital Pay. And so again, we're always going to put more tutorials in here. So if you're wondering, how to back office things work, we're going to add, I think we have 6 more tutorials we're adding to here. And then we have the Vital Pay. We have all the individual assets, but then we created a page. I'm going to share this page in the chat here just so you have access to this and you can go and see, okay, if I'm not set up with Vital Pay yet, how would I do that? There'll be an email going out to everybody on Monday. We actually put that email right here to give you an idea of what's coming. If you have set up your Vital Pay and you really want to get the money transferred as fast as possible, you can put this Vital Pay request form together. If you didn't watch the training, you can watch it there. We've got the customer support numbers. They have amazing customer support. Some of it's all of it's almost 24/7, except for the phone support. And then we've got the instructions that you can download here too. So those are all the different things. Whenever you have a question, you can always come into here and check out what's going on in boards. We also have a challenge that's about to launch very soon. That'll have prizes and all the different things. And so if you want to know what's going on event wise, you go into the event and promotion tab here. We've got weekly events, all the things that we do throughout the week. We've got any promotions that are going on, any challenges. So we have a 10-day summer detox and restore challenge that's going to kick off on June 16th inside of our Facebook group, the Vital Health Wellness Community. And so if you want to start sharing this, you can definitely start sharing this. There are some ideas inside of here. We've got a lot more that we're going to put into here. But if you want to do a post and just promoting the 10-day detox and reset, the idea behind this challenge, and I think Brooke is going to talk about this a little bit as well, is really just to spark conversations. That's what we're trying to do. Yes, we want to get people into the challenge. We want to do all these different things, but all these promotions and whenever we do a limited time offer, all of these are really for you to create more conversations with people, not sell packs or enroll people. That's the end result, but it's really just to create more conversations. If you do not have this board yet, I'm going to share it with you in the chat as well, so you have that. And you can download this board. So everything's inside of here. We've got scripts, we've got videos. We have a brand new video that just dropped as well, of Brooke actually doing an unboxing. So here's an unboxing of the product that when somebody gets started, you can send this to them and they'll do this. And like I said too in the beginning, if you joined us a little late, this is all a bridge to where we're going. Our whole entire website is getting a massive update on the front end and in the back office, but this is just a place that we're using for now until that gets updated, which will happen over the next 45 to 60 days. I think in about 60 days, you won't know what the website looks like, because it'll be beautiful and very sleek and simple and easy to navigate, and you'll have individual pages. So pretty much everything you see in boards is what you'll see on the website as we continue building it. So just to have that knowledge, if you ever have any questions whatsoever, it's probably in boards, but then you can also use Ask Vital, and you can go get support inside of here if you need to ask the bot a question. All of this is at your disposal. And I'm sure a lot of leaders out there, when people ask questions now, are getting used to just saying, hey, it's in the boards app. And that's where you can really find a lot of different things. So that's my piece for today, just to give you a little update about Vital Pay and how to navigate it. If you have questions, you can go to that page, and they're awesome at supporting this transition. So without further ado, I want to introduce our speakers for today, because they've not only been mentors to this entire company, but they've become friends to everybody, and that's rare. I don't know if you know Brooke and David Nieves personally, but if you don't, you probably will at some point. I know a lot of people have a lot of love for them because they're just servant leaders, and they're leading from their heart, because they are on the phone 99 hours of the day, even though we only have 24, and they're always looking to help and reach out and support as much as they possibly can. If you have some love for them, throw it in the chat. But they are also what I would call hybrids. They are in corporate and they're also in the field. So not only is Dave the VP of sales and Brooke is the VP of product education, which is why you see her on all the product education videos. And also you see David on all the business training videos, because we have that in corporate, but then they're also proven leaders as purple diamonds, and in the United States. And so they're somebody that when you're talking to them, that they have the foresight to see what's going on in corporate on the back end. And then they have the leadership skills that you want to learn from on the front end, which is very, very rare. So without further ado, let me bring up Brooke and David Nieves.
Hello. Am I muted? Hold on. Okay, there we go. Hi. Good morning, everybody. James, thank you so much for that introduction. Thank you so much for putting together that beautiful corporate sponsored boards. Everybody drop a 5 in the chat if you want boards. I cannot stress this to you guys enough that we totally understand that your guys' lives are busy. You guys are taking the role as caretakers, as parents, as spouses, as co-workers, as business owners, and then you're adding in an additional business like Vital Health. And we understand that we all have a certain amount of time in the day, and it's already your current schedules are already a lot, and then adding in another business like Vital Health. I just want you guys to know that the point of having boards is that your time is maximized in your life. So you're not running around searching for links. You're not creating a notes pad. I mean, you guys remember this. People have been in the industry for a long time. Remember opening notes and putting all your links in notes? You guys remember doing that and copying and pasting it, and keyboard shortcuts, all that is all going to be simplified in your boards app. So I cannot stress this to you enough. When you have a business partner that's coming in, you should be launching them, taking them all through boards and making sure that they're going through every single step. So James put all of that together. He organized that for us. He made it super simple, super concise, so that you guys have the ability to go into your toolbox and effectively take out your tool so you guys can operate your business with success. So please make sure that you guys are utilizing that. James, thank you so much I just so super grateful for how efficient you make everything for people, and how you show up with your leadership, and you're just awesome. We're so grateful that you're here. So you guys, today I'm going to talk about a fun topic. Yay! It's compliance. And I'm excited to talk to you about this. And it's because you guys, we want to protect what we have. And what we have here at Vital Health is it's very special. And the reason it's exciting to talk about compliance is the more conversations that we can have around the protection of our company and the safety of this mission is really important. How many people here, drop a 2 in the chat if you've had a testimonial yourself that's been life-changing, or somebody in your business has had a life testimonial, not just like, oh, I like the taste of this drink, but like a life-changing testimonial. I cannot express to you enough. I'm seeing people pop in that I know their stories. I can't stress to you guys enough that if we do not protect the mission of this company, then people will not be getting access to what they need to support their health naturally. So that's why we got to talk about compliance, because there's some things that have popped up recently that we need everybody to be super aware of. So I'm going to share my screen and just show you some cool stuff. Don't judge all my tabs that are open, because I have like a bajillion tabs open all the time. But I'm going to put this into present mode. All right. And we are just going to have a little compliance, a little conversation. Okay. So let me move this. My computer's super slow right now because I have so many tabs open. So it might be moving a little slow. All right, so compliance chat. Okay, so I just talked about this, why this is so important, that we need to be compliant because we need to protect our mission, and we have to make sure that we stay in our scope of practice of what we're able to say, what we're not able to say. And there's just a lot of things that can just be tweaked where we can still be expressing the same thing. We just can't say certain words because legally we can get in trouble. So we got to be careful making medical claims, saying certain words. We want to empower people with wellness tools that support the body's natural ability to thrive. So when we use the right language, we build trust, we stay credible, and we protect the opportunity for everyone on this team to grow without risk. So today we want to lead with truth, integrity, and the energy of service, because when we do that, we don't need hype or hypey claims. Our impact, our products, our mission, it speaks for itself. Okay, so let's get into some language. Okay, so you just need to be really careful about using these words on your social media. And you guys have probably heard me in the presentation. I will say certain words and I'll stress how I'm saying that word. So instead of saying pain, I'll say discomfort in your elbows, in your back, and your shoulders. You might be having discomfort. Okay, so it might be hard at first to adjust your language because we get so used to saying words, right? They're words in the dictionary. So it's like, oh yeah, inflammation or ADD, ADHD, and all these different words. So we've got to just tweak a little bit. And as you become more conscious of what you're saying and how you're saying it, then it'll just start to flow throughout out of your mouth, like, oh, a healthy inflammatory response. So there's certain things that if you're confused about how to say something, you can always ask. You can always ask ChatGPT and say, hey, is this compliant? Or hey, if this is this compliant, if this is not compliant, please give me 5 alternative ways to say that then it is compliant. Okay, so everybody just take a look at this. You might want to screenshot these. I'm not going to go through all of them, but just understanding that the words in the red, we don't want to be saying, right? We're not treating, we're not curing, we're not healing. You really don't even want to use, I couldn't put them all here because it's just too many, but you really don't want to label any specific type of ailment like diabetes, right? We wouldn't say diabetes, we would say unhealthy blood sugar levels. So don't name the exact ailment. You can say, instead of ADHD, distracted thinking, trouble focusing, scattered thoughts, or even neurodevelopmental disorders would be okay as well. Now, language example, okay, just giving you a couple examples just to break it down. Saying this helps with inflammation and joint pain. We can say this supports your body's natural, hold on, my internet is telling me that it's unstable. Okay, this supports your body's natural response to stress and helps maintain joint comfort and mobility. Instead of saying this helps with anxiety, sleep better. This promotes a calm state with anxiety and sleeping better. I wrote the wrong text there. This promotes a calm state and supports restful sleep during occasional stress. Okay. Reverses, treats. You can stop your meds. Don't ever tell somebody to do that. Always consult them to go to their medical professional or practitioner. Your liver is bad. This product cures. Let me give you a consultation. Never say inflammation, pain, or a specific medical condition. Pro tips for staying compliant. Use words like support instead of treat, insight instead of diagnosis, partner with your doctor instead of you should, helps the body naturally instead of this will fix. You can say a healthy response, discomfort and discomfort, or instead of diabetes, supports healthy blood sugar levels or a healthy pancreas. So you can always talk about making the system or the organ itself healthier. Just don't say the actual, medical term. So diabetes is the medical term for imbalanced blood sugar levels, right? So you can say healthy blood sugar levels, but the organ, the pancreas, is the one that's secreting the insulin and is responsible for diabetes. So you can talk about the organ, you can talk about supporting the levels of something, but you don't want to say the actual issue. And then bonus safe phrases. So supports the body's natural processes, helps maintain overall wellness, aims to bring the body back into balance, formulated to support normal blank function, helps the body do what it's designed to do. And sometimes I'll even say helps to create an environment where the body can heal itself, right? So you can always put it back onto the body being able to do its own job. And this is important because there has been some conversations recently about phishing. So people coming and trying to fish for information. So people testing language about serious conditions, prescription drugs, or consultations. So this is possible that these are traps from skeptics, per competitors, or regulatory watchdogs. I don't know if you guys know this, and I'm kind of learning more about it recently, that there's literally people out there that just want to go bash industries like this. So they hear, oh, this company is becoming popular, up and coming, and then they go and they literally, I mean, target companies and try to get their their members to do things that are not compliant so that they can go create an article or a YouTube video and go bash that company. So you guys, we're growing and we're growing fast, and that's because our products are changing people's lives, and people are going to come after us. The reality is that the greatest change makers on this planet got a lot of heat, and we're going to get a lot more heat. The heat's going to get hotter. Okay, so we just have to be very aware and very conscious and very protective of our baby, right? This company is it's changing people's lives, and it's a very emotional build for me and for David, just because of what we've experienced in our family with the sickness in our family, and the routes that they've been directed, and have just been not great, and it's devastating to watch it. So we stand very strongly behind natural wellness and holistic wellness, and so that's why this is we got to be careful and protect our company. So, what do you want to do if somebody is coming to you and they're asking about diabetes, specifically cholesterol, blood pressure, anxiety, stopping their medications, whether they need a product for a condition, right? So if someone's saying, "Hey, I have this condition, do I need a product? Can I take this instead of what my doctor gave me?" Or even pregnancy. I didn't put that one on here, but you guys, we do not. I always guide people back to their practitioner. Just so you guys know, if anyone in your team asks you about prescriptions or what somebody needs, or or for pregnant or breastfeeding moms, let them know to go to their practitioner. Say, you could say something like, based off of the conditions that you're telling me, I would take a look at these products and take them to your practitioner and ask them for their advice, or ask them to, or take them to a trusted professional or your trusted practitioner or your health, whatever you want to call it. But say, hey, check these out, take a look at these. These might be something that you want to look into. Take these to your trusted professional, right? So you're not telling them they need to, you're not telling them they should. You're saying, hey, why don't you give these take them to someone. So, and you can always say, that's a great question to ask your healthcare provider. I can only share general wellness education, not personal medical advice. Okay. So this is importante. Okay. I can't see your guys' faces right now. Otherwise, I'd be asking you questions. Okay, so must knows that we are not making any medical claims, diagnoses, or treatment recommendations. The scanner is not a medical device and has not been evaluated approved by the FDA. It is used for general wellness insight only. It is a non-invasive wellness scanner that works with the body's magnetic field to provide general insight into 45 functional areas like amino profile, heavy metals, organ stress, and blood viscosity. This tool does not diagnose, treat, or cure any condition. All decisions should be made in partnership with your trusted healthcare provider, especially if you're on medication or managing a medical condition. Our wellness recommendations are based on data and education, and the individual always decides what feels best for their body. We support the body with whole food nutrients, herbs, adaptogens, and antioxidants that have been used across cultures for hundreds and even thousands of years. We're not inventing anything new. We're simply helping people reconnect with nature, take proactive steps, and regain trust in their body's ability to restore balance. And suggested use is based on general results may vary from person to person and are not guaranteed. We're not here to treat systems. We are here to support systems. Okay. So I just want to, let me get rid of my little stop share. I just wanted to clarify that with everybody and make sure that everybody is very aware. I will post this, and I can actually probably add more data to it if you guys want to refer back to that. Drop a 3 in the chat if you guys want to have access to that, to be able to if you want me to put more data in there too. I can put more data in there, and I know James will post it for you guys in the boards app. So I can make sure I put as much options in there as possible, as much language as possible, to make it super simple for you guys, and make it even more friendly and fun. Okay. I shall do that. I got your back. So this is, yeah, this is our mission, you guys, to reconnect people back to a natural approach to health. And with client and doing all the things to protect vital health, then we can keep vital health around forever, and we can change so many lives, which is really exciting. Okay, so that's our compliance chat, and then I just want to talk to you about our day detox and reset challenge that is starting in 9 days. Okay, this is super, super, super exciting because these are the habits that have completely changed my life. And here at Vital Health, we're not a hypey company. We're not just we're not a weight loss company. We're here to support the systems of the body so that you can live a life of vitality. And living a life of vitality is not just your physical, it's your mental, it's your emotional, it's your energetic. And so we put together a challenge where you're going to be doing 5 things every day. And this challenge is specifically, like James was saying, it's to start conversations with people. It's to The reason I started this challenge to begin with, to be honest, was for people who were struggling to recruit, where they felt like, oh, I really want to build my business. I want to have a profitable business here at Vital Health, but I'm struggling to get business partners. Okay, great. Well, can show up on your social media and you can market a challenge. People love challenges, and you can, be going out there and putting about how supporting the body in multiple ways is helpful, and you can go and influence on your page just by about health and being consistent in your message. Ashley Myers is an incredible example of that. She is somebody who came into the business and she's like, Brooke, I don't have a lot of contacts right now. I don't have a big network. I live in a really tiny town where nobody lives here, and it's going to be a little challenging. I've really not communicated with people in years, and it's going to be a little hard for me to build a business. And so she just shows up on her social media every day and talks about health and talks about well-being and talks about the different systems of the body, and she's always doing videos of her making her products and her coffee and her collagen and the benefits of them and giving them to her children. And she's just showing up every day, emulating health, radiating health. And so over time, she's been able to build trust and success because she stands for something. She stands for the mission. And so my vision was, okay, great. If you're not a strong builder right now, that's okay. Let's get you strong in customer acquisition. And the easiest way to do that is to have a challenge, something that you can leverage to get people into where they can try the products and they can have game changing results. So since we started doing these challenges at the beginning of the year, we have people losing anywhere from 5 to 15 pounds in the challenges. Now, this one we did a little shorter. I was doing them for 30 days before because we're going to kind of test the days and see which one is best, like time frame wise. Is it 30 days? Is it 21 days? Is it 10 days? We're not sure. So we're going to try out different things and see what's best for the field. But the overall goal of the challenge is these 5 things. So, number one, we're going to be eating real foods every day. And we have a wellness guide where it has recipes, it has a grocery list, it has sample meal pairings. The your customer coming in to this challenge can't not have success if they because they have all these tools. So the guide will be released next week. And so eating real whole foods, check. Doing 10 minutes of personal development a day. So that could be reading, that could be the watching a YouTube development a day. And this is important because our brain is a computer, it's a sponge. So it's constantly, even if you're not conscious of it, subconsciously, your body is receiving data non-stop through your eyes, through your ears, through your senses. Constantly, it is pulling in data. So if you do not program your own mind consciously and say, this is the data and the programming that I want installed in my computer, then it will subconsciously get programmed and data installed for you. So you have to be super conscious and intentional about the data that you put in. How many people here do personal development every single day? Drop a 8 in the chat if you're doing personal development every single day. This has to happen, okay? Again, here at Vital Health, we're not a company that just stands for let's just get you some weight loss. No, we want you to live a life of vitality, and that includes doing your personal development and putting the right things into your mind. Okay. Next thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be sitting in silence. Look at all those eights. Yay. That's so exciting. Sitting sitting in meditation, sitting in prayer for 5 minutes a day. Okay. It's important that we have moments throughout the day that we sit in silence because the amount of stimulation coming at us all the time is significantly increasing, especially as technology is just becoming more in our face. So it's important for our nervous systems. It's important for our minds. It's important to sit in silence and have those moments, even if it's only 5 minutes a day, sitting there in prayer, sitting there in meditation, just witnessing the fact that you have a million thoughts coming into your mind. And you're like, wow, look at all these thoughts just popping in, right? So elevating our consciousness. Okay. So that's going to be number 3, 5 minutes of silence prayer meditation a day. Next is going to be taking your detox line, or taking whatever combination of products that you want. James dropped in the chat the different summer packs that we have. So if you would like to take a look at those summer packs, there's different packs put together. It just depends on what area of your goals that you would like to focus on, but taking a set of supplements every single day. And then the last one is going, did I do all 3? Movement. Okay, last one is going to be movement. Okay, 30 minutes of movement every single day. All right, so movement, guys, that doesn't have to be, you're at the gym weightlifting. You could be pickleball, you could be walking, you can be doing Pilates. You can dance. Okay. I actually highly recommend dancing. It's a very grateful. It's really good for your emotions as well. So dancing is also on the go list. Any type of movement every single day. Okay. The cool part about doing these things is you're going to have an accountability group. So it's all in the wellness community. So you've got a Facebook group where you have accountability. You have an awesome wellness guide with all the data, links to personal development, even workout plans. If you want to do a strength training routine, there's a strength training workout. If you want to do in your living room and you just want to do some body weight, there's a body weight program in there. So there's multiple different types of workouts, and every single resource that you need is going to be in your wellness guide, in your Facebook wellness community, and then you have the accountability and the support of everybody here in Vital Health. So use that group for yourself as well, to attend and to be part of the challenge, but also to be bringing in as many people to come and participate in that challenge as well, because we're also going to be giving away prizes. We have some super cool prizes. Have you guys seen those red light masks? Actually, they kind of look like this. You know what I'm talking about? They kind of look like that, and they like leave space for the eyes. Those are super cool. They're the red light masks. So they're great for anti-aging, skin quality, and you look like a goofball when you're wearing them, but it's great for the skin, right? The things that us women will do for beauty is funny. And then we've got a cute little pack. We've got a charcuterie board. Okay, it doesn't come with like the fruit and cheese and stuff, but it's the board itself. I just need to know, because I felt like it was such a win, and I might be wrong. So drop a 7 in the chat if you would like a charcuterie board. If you would be excited to win a charcuterie board. Okay, I just need to know, because I'm like, I remember I don't eat cheese anymore, but I remember when I did, and I was obsessed with cheese and meats. And okay, yay. Okay, that's a win. All right, great. Because I don't know. Me and James are just picking out random stuff, and we're like, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And I was like, I feel like this is a win, but need to make sure you're happy. Okay, great. Cool. So we're going to be doing a charcuterie board, and we have some other fun prizes. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and the results of these challenges, not just our weight loss, but people feel more confident. People are like, oh my gosh, I have a new way of starting my day, or new habits that have completely changed how I'm thinking throughout my day, how I'm feeling throughout my day. I feel more confident. I feel more peaceful. I feel happier because of doing these 5 things. Okay. So go out there, market the challenge. We have 9 more days. I'm going to be honest with you. If you want somebody to start on the first day with everyone, then you really only have today's Saturday. I wouldn't, man, you guys have like I'd say about 3 more days to market the challenge, because we got to take into account shipping, and shipping stops on Thursdays and restarts on Mondays. So Thursday, if you placed an order on Thursday, it might not go out Thursday. So you really have until Wednesday. So actually, okay, so Wednesday, 3, 4, 5. So you have like 5 more days, I would say, to really go out there, market this, have conversations with people. Forget, sometimes people, if you're just posting in your stories or on your Facebook page, waiting for somebody to be like, oh, I want to come do this challenge with you. I can't tell you how many times people won't vote in my thing, but if I message someone directly and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm doing this challenge, or I'm doing this, da da da, and I thought about you to do this with me, they're like, oh my gosh, yeah. And I saw that they watched my story, but they didn't vote in my story. And I'm like, what? So go out there and have these conversations with people, and spark conversations because it's exciting and it's a lot of fun, and you can wheel them in with the prizes. Especially, I'm telling you, that face mask, that LED face mask that James picked out, people love that stuff. Okay. All right, let me double check my notes and make sure that I don't have anything else that I wanted to talk to you about. David will talk about. Oh, and I did want to talk to you guys, last thing. I want to talk to you about communication. Okay, so in a relationship, okay, and as humans, right? How many people here have strengths and they also have weaknesses? Okay, how many do you guys have both? Right? Every that's just how it is, right? It's just how it works. And I just want you guys, I want to be very clear and I want to be very transparent with you and I want to be very honest with you that Vital Health, we have some strengths for sure, right? Our products are absolutely incredible. Our owners are the most genuine, amazing humans and integrous humans ever. Um, we have awesome humans here between not just them, but all of our leadership here, the people that we're attracting. You guys are so amazing. It brings like tears to my eyes of how amazing it is to watch the vibration of who we're able to attract. So grateful for that. So we have all of these strengths, right? We're always open to improvement. We're always trying to optimize and innovate. We're always trying to do things better. I mean, there's so many strengths that we do have here as a company, but I want you to know that one of the weaknesses that we have that we're working on, and I want to be super transparent with you, is our communication is not incredible in all areas, all the way from corporate all the way down. And it's something that we're getting better at, and it's something that we want to get better at. It's just not one of our strengths yet. And so I just want to be very, and we noticed that it was something we didn't communicate on. We didn't tell you guys that we were reaching our Super Saturday, because we're going to be doing one Super Saturday a week, or a month, I'm sorry, one Super Saturday a month, that we're going to go over recognition and everything that happened the past month and make sure we recognize all of the incredible humans that make this mission possible. We are going to be doing it the first week of every month, but we didn't have all of the data in for all the recognition yet. So we had to push the recognition to next week, and we didn't communicate that to you guys. And so somebody had brought it up and was like, hey, are we doing Super Saturday? And oh no, we had to switch. Oh, we didn't communicate that. We should have told you guys that. And there's been other times that we should have communicated things more thoroughly and better. And again, it's just an area that we are committed to improving on. And so we just that. I want you guys, I want to be very, very transparent with you guys that we know that there's areas that we need to improve on, and we want to improve on these areas. It matters to all of us. Okay, everybody here in this company, we improve, we care, we genuinely care. So I just want you guys to know that, and I want you guys to know that we're working on that area, and we're gonna get better at it. I pinky promise you. And if there's ever a conversation that you want to have, just reach out to us, reach out to your success upline, and we're happy to help in any way possible. But I just want you guys to feel that from us. I want you guys to know that we take responsibility for our areas that we're not strong in yet, and we will get better. And it's because we genuinely care, and we're not perfect, but we'll always fix it and we'll always make it better. So I am going to pass it over to mi esposo, mi husband, and I'm excited for you guys to hear from him today. Who doesn't know, fun story, me and David actually met in this industry, and it was my very first company, and I met him, saw him speak, and was like, that man is going to be my husband. I even said it, and then a year later we ended up getting together. It was kind of crazy. Cool, super cool story. Manifested this man, but he's my favorite person, and he's one of the most incredible people to learn from, because I've watched this man develop and grow outside of speaking about him from as his wife, but watch this man develop and grow, and watched how he's able to help so many other people in this industry. This man's created over 20 millionaires in the he's been in this industry, and I've watched his success and the success he's created for other people, and it's really amazing. It's so please listen to what he has to say and his training now, because he put this together for you. I know he's really excited to share it with you. He put a lot of love into it, and you guys have a fabulous day.
All right. Thank you very much, Brooke. And thank you for keeping us compliant. And yeah, communication is definitely very strong, very important. Communication rules the nation. I was told once, and I believe that to be true. So thank you, Brooke, and thank you, James, as well. I'm gonna go ahead and fly through this information, and I was actually debating whether I wanted to train this, to be honest, because I felt that it was a little advanced. I know we have a lot of new people, but at the same time, I believe that when I first got started in this industry, I was 16 years old when I first saw it. I went to a seminar. My parents took me to a seminar. I don't they didn't trust me to leave me at home. So they "You're coming with us." I was like, "All right, I'll come." And there was a 19-year-old doing the seminar, and he was an admiral in that company. In that company, the admiral makes six figures, and I was so impressed. I mean, my parents knew what they were doing, because that 19-year-old that looked my age, literally, because he had a baby face, so he looked my age. Because when I was 16, I looked like 12. And so he was this 19-year-old looked like he was 15. And I remember I was like, whoa, you're telling me this guy is making it happen at that level? And I made a decision then that I was going to become a professional in this industry, that I wanted to learn this industry. So for those of you that are brand new and are looking at this right now, are going to be looking at this train and say, whoa, this is a little advanced. Not to worry. I want to assume that you want to be a professional in this industry. So let's go ahead and get started in this, because I'm going to treat you as a professional in this industry. Let me go ahead and fix my slides here. Give me just a second. Make sure that give me just a moment. Just a moment, guys. I said everything. Okay, can you see? No, wait a minute. Can you see my screen? Yep. Let me make sure. It's a little.
Yeah, switch it to one page at a time for the view.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do right now. Place tile, move to window desktop, make window full screen. Oh,
There you go.
okay. That works out, right? Perfect. Give me just a second, guys. I will tell you that I have a PDF that I created for you guys for this, because I was not gonna put everything into this. So I created a PDF for you guys. So after this, I'll put a PDF in the notes so you guys can have this. So, and we're gonna be talking about momentum and how to create it, how to sustain it, how to multiply it. Because momentum, equation for momentum, and very, very, very exciting to create. In fact, I will tell you, this business is built on momentum. Period. That's how it works. Now, of course, I'm talking about the network marketing side, right? That's what I'm referring to. As a digital marketer, someone who's going out there and getting customers, and you're an affiliate marketer, the rules change a little bit for you. But I'm gonna focus on the team building side currently, because this is a big part of what we do. So here it is, building momentum. And this is a picture that I found of a convention, old convention, and it looks like this. This is where we're heading, by the way. This is what momentum looks like, and it's beautiful. I want you to visualize this. Can you see yourself this? Can you see a Vital Health North America convention like this? Can you see it? I can see it. I want you to visualize it. I want you to look at it. I want you to look at this and say, this is going to be us. And you're going to be the one on stage training. This is going to be your team. This is going to be you're going to have your own section with your team and your team t-shirt, and everybody's going to be shouting. And when you go on stage, people are just going to lose their minds, because you're going to be inspiring them. And you're going to be such a person that just leads and inspires other people, where people are going to be looking at you, say, I want to do that. That's what I want to be. That's going to be you. And I can say this, I feel confident saying it, because we're so early on too. We're in the beginning stages of this, and this still hasn't happened, but it will happen. And you're going to be the one that's going to be on stage with this, and it's going to be an incredible sensation for you, and an incredible experience for all those out there. They're going to witness you in your journey and your growth. I truly believe, and I see it. I visualize this, and I'm currently seeing it right now. So I want to teach you something that I've learned, that because to build momentum, you got to treat this business as if you invested $1 million in the business. I heard this a long time ago, and it was cliche, a little cliche, right? We say, hey, you got to treat this like $1 million business. You cannot treat it as if you invested $1,200, because at $1,200, clearly people throw away $1,200. They go to Vegas, they throw it away. They go to the dinner, and for a $1,200 dinner, they do that. That happens all the time. So what does this mean? Because performance and behavior there's something about this, and something I learned, and my mentor taught me. He said, David, perspective drives performance, while identity drives behavior. So let's dive into this, because this is what we're going to be focused on right now to get this training started. That your perspective is how you see the world. And I'm going to read this to you. Your beliefs, mindset, and attitude, your influences, how you approach your work, challenges, and opportunities. A positive growth perspective makes you more resilient, adaptable, leading to higher performance. A narrow negative perspective can limit your potential and reduce your performance. So in other words, your identity, if you're looking at, if your perspective, and if you look at challenges as opportunities, that's the perspective, right? Challenge is an opportunity for me to grow, for me to get better. Or a challenge, my perspective, challenge is something that is limiting to me. And that means that it's not me. So that's the two different perspectives. But your perspective drives performance. What is your perspective within this opportunity? The second thing is your identity. Your identity is your self-concept. Who am I? This shapes your behavior, what actions you take, what you believe you're capable of, and what you're willing to do. If you see yourself as a leader, you'll behave in ways consistent of leadership, taking initiative, empowering others, and seeking solutions. If you identify someone who is not cut out for this, your behavior will reflect hesitation and self-doubt. And let me tell you, my friends, or when you're building out and you're sharing this opportunity, if you show self-doubt, automatically people can see that. Automatically, because your identity, you're constantly reflecting that on people. You're projecting that upon people. And this is why I believe that one of the most important things that you can do is you can identify and find the perspective you need to have. So here it is. Identity, perspective of a builder that drives momentum. I want to talk to you because this is the most important thing for you to understand, because I'm going to show you things here that you can do to drive momentum. I'm going to show you what you have to do, but it's not the hows, it's how you do the hows that matters. I learned that a long time ago from a friend. It's not the hows, but how you do the hows that matter. And how you do the hows is your identity and your perspective that will drive the momentum and drive the performance for yourself. So here's an identity and perspective of people that drive performance. Here's number one. They take full responsibility. They understand that the word responsibility is response and ability. At any given moment, I can choose my response. I can choose my response. Stimulus, there's a stimulus and there's this response. The stimulus doesn't matter. Is how I'll respond that matters. That's my choice, it's my responsibility. So responsibility is not a negative word. It's actually a good word. It's an empowering word, actually. You're empowered, but when you're responsible, because you can choose your response at any given situation. Here's the next thing: is the people that drive momentum. They're fired up, excited about their opportunity. They are fired up. My mentor used to say to me, David, this business is 80% energy, 20% skills. He was right. It's about being fired up about this opportunity. You got to be fired up about this. You got to be so excited about this that you understand that, because only excited people don't shut up about things, right? If you're excited about something, you just can't shut up about it. You just talk to everybody about it. Say, hey, let me talk to you about this. I'm so excited about this. I can't wait. I used to coach people that were just presenting. Beginning was like when they used to go out there and do a presentation, I used to tell them, hey, listen, when you go up and do your presentation, make sure you tell people at least 5 times during the presentation how excited you are. And they used to get up and say, "Hi, my name is Carlos Rodriguez. I'm welcome here. I'm so happy for you guys to be here. I'm so excited for you guys to be here. I'm excited about this opportunity. I'm excited about the product." Carlos used to just do the. I meant to tell him, "Hey, do it throughout their presentation. Don't do it all at once." But sometimes they do that. But I don't care. At the end of the I say, yes, that's it. Just tell them how excited you are, how emotional exciting you are, because it's contagious. Enthusiasm, contagious of all emotions. We know this. It has happened to me. It has happened to you. Where you walk into a restaurant, you're sitting next to a table. They're so excited. They're so loud. They're laughing. And what happens? You automatically, this happened to us in Brook before, where we listened to what their table was doing because they were so excited. They caught our attention. We were drawn to them, and not only were we drawn to them, we listened to what they were talking about, and then we started talking about what they're talking about because we wanted to catch a little bit of that enthusiasm. How many of you guys happened to you before? It has happened to us. So enthusiasm is contagious, a very contagious emotion. You got to be excited about this. The next thing is they're servant leaders. These individuals that create momentum, they're servant leaders. When I think of James Lenhart, he's a servant leader, straight up. When I think of Tara Truex, servant leader. Everybody that I know that creates momentum, they're servant leaders. You know, the secret to success was given to us 2,000 years ago when a carpenter on a mountain says, "So whoever asks you to walk a mile, you go 2. That's it. You go the extra mile for other people." That's how you do it. You gotta have a servant heart. People that build momentum, they are servant leaders. Here's the next thing. People that create momentum, there's a certain intensity about them. It's hard to describe, but there's a certain intensity about them. You know, have you met? If you haven't met some of our diamonds, our diamond Carla, she's just and I love it. I love it. You know, Carla, I love you. I love the intensity that she has about her team, about doing things. That's how you get things done. And I love it. I'm a little intense. Have you met my wife, Brooke? She's a little intense. There's a little intensity that gets things done, and I absolutely love it because that's what I recognize about people that create momentum. Here's the next thing: they have an unwavering work ethic. They don't, and it's unwavering work ethic because they don't see work as work. I wrote this in my post today. Work is play for me. This is just a game. I'm playing. You know, when I see James is working all the time, literally, but he's playing. This is a game for him. He's having fun. It's a playing. So you got to look at your perspective is that this is a game. You're just playing with this. This is not work. I mean, so play with this. Have fun with this. Here's the next one. People that are build momentum also care about their health. And maybe this is a challenge for us too, but people that build momentum, by the way, so maybe it's a challenge, but I put it in there because I want to remind everybody that builds momentum that you got to take care of yourself, and that you have to know that if the body is not working properly, it affects everything else, and people are affected by your performance if you're not able to show up at 100%. So take care of yourself, my friends. I love every single one of you out there. Here's the next one. People that are creating momentum, they're vision casters. They're constantly talking about where we're going, who we represent, what we're all about, the identity that we are, the mission. They're constantly talking about the mission that we're heading. This is something bigger than themselves, something bigger than you and me, but together it becomes greater. Synergy, 1 plus is not equals 3, 1 plus 2 equals 21, because it's the synergy of everything. That's vision. The next thing is they're always growing. The people that create momentum, they're always seeking out coaching. They're always calling and say, "Hey, how can I get better? Hey, how can I improve?" Hey, they're reading books. They're doing personal development. They're doing everything they can to go out there and get better and grow. They don't look at mistakes as mistakes. They look at mistakes as mistakes. It's a miss take. So I just do another take 2, take 3, take 4. It's nothing else but that. It's nothing but data for me to move forward and advance my position. So they're always growing. The next thing is people that create momentum, they operate in a place of gratitude. Gratitude is amazing. Gratitude is energizing. Gratitude makes a feast out of a meal. Gratitude is the vibration of the universe that attracts good things into your life. Gratitude is what brings happiness into your life. If you're grateful, I mean, gratitude also makes you value things in your life. I remember when I first got my car, I paid for my car. It was a very cheap car. It was a 1984 Oldsmobile. It was just because it was 3 parts. My dad put it together. But I was so grateful because I paid for it. And guess what? I used to wash that car. I used to take that car to the car wash it and take it. It was 3 colors because it was, it was different pieces of the cars put together. I was so grateful for it. And I used to wash my car. And then I have buddies of mine that their parents bought their cars for them, that they never washed it. They never took care of it. They crashed it 3 or 4 times. Because I was so grateful for my car, took care of my car. So you just got to, gratitude also makes you appreciate the things in your life as well. I mean, it's incredible. It's a beautiful place to operate, gratitude. Lastly, these people, they create momentum, they trust in themselves. And this is not, I'm not talking about just ego confidence. I'm not referring to that. I'm talking about trust within themselves, that the kingdom of heaven is within you, that the Indians in India, they call it the Atman, the self, that which is within you, that is so strong. There's something that is within you that vibrates, and it's the life force that's within every single one of them, every single one of us, excuse me. So before you can have, you have to do, and before you do, become the leader that creates momentum. So how we're going to do that? Let's talk about that right now. Okay, create momentum equation. Here we go. I love equations because I like things simple. I'm a simple guy. I love simplicity. I don't like to complicate things. So here's the equation for momentum. Massive exposure, my Spanish, exposure, or massive exposures plus a condensed time frame plus a system. That's how momentum is created. Creating momentum, this is how you do it. It's very, very simple to do it. And now it's exciting to create momentum for all of us because to me, one of these create momentum is if you're gonna do massive exposures, what does that mean? It means you're in phase 1. It means you're recruiting. It means you're making calls. It means you're going out there and doing the thing. So, but now you don't just doing that. You're doing it in a condensed length of time. So if you have a list of 100 people, you can reach out to them in a year, which is 8 people per month, or you can reach out to them in a week. It's like creating fire, right? If you have 2 sticks and you create fire, you don't create fire very slow. That's how you do it, and it creates fire, and fire springs up. So you condense the energy within a single point, and then momentum springs up. And from that, we follow a system, right? You need a systematic approach on to do this. So very, very, very important. This is why recruiting leaders is fun, by the way, because when you recruit a leader, this is what they do. They do massive exposure, dense length of time while following the system. So next key, after you created momentum, now you got to advance the momentum. And so now we got to get a little more technical. And again, my new people, stay with me on this. You're probably brand new, say, hey, this is my first, what do I do? Stay with me. We're gonna do some great trainings in the future. And Monday, we're gonna do a launch training for all of you guys, by the way, for all the new people. But for now, I want you to get the concept behind this. And again, I'm going to repeat myself. I have a PDF with more details on this that we're going to go ahead and put with everybody. I'll have that ready shortly after this training. So advancing momentum. Let's talk about advancing momentum. Here's the key. The key to sustaining, the key to advancing momentum is to identify the next leader. That's the key. Who is willing to drive it forward? Someone committed to massive exposures, moving fast, and compressing their activity into a short period of time. Who is the person? That's what you're looking for. You're looking to go ahead and advance the momentum through this process. And there's a couple of things you got to do more, by the way. So let's talk about this right now. Look at this. All right. I'm going to take a little bit of this, take a little bit of time in this one. Okay. So we talked about you got to advance momentum. By advancing momentum, you got to identify the leader. Leaders build this business, by the way. So thrive to become a leader. If you're not a leader, you say, I don't know if I'm a leader, David. I was like, you can become a leader. Anybody can become a leader. Leadership, you can choose to be a leader. You can choose leader. One of my favorite authors is Robin Sharma. He wrote the Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, or the leader without a title. Where he says that, hey, you don't have to have a title to lead. You can sweep the streets and be a leader sweeping the streets. You can be a mom and be the best leader within your family. You can, whatever it is, you can show up as your self. That's leadership. So, and then within that, you create influence when people start seeing you. Say, man, it doesn't matter. Someone's sweeping the street. They sweep the street. Those streets. In fact, how many of you guys have ever traveled international? Anybody done that, or we travel? Have you ever been to one of those, like, you've been to the restrooms here in the United States, and then you've been to some of the places, restroom international, where you can eat on the floor. You will sit. You're almost comfortable sitting down and just having a picnic on the floor in the restroom. That's how clean they are. And I think to myself, I was like, whoa, this is leadership. This is what leadership looks like. It's just a clean restroom, and it's spotless. It's like it smells clean, it looks clean, it feels clean. It's like it's incredible. That's leadership. You can be a leader. So as advancing momentum, identify the next leader that will momentum. This is key. Averages. How do you increase your average? You just get better. You do something enough and you improve yourself more and more. This also advances your momentum. What's next? Increasing leaders and presenters into your business. If you're not a presenter, or you haven't done presentations yet, you want to become a presenter. Practice your presentation. That's what my mentor said, David, get a recording and record yourself doing a presentation. So guess what I did? That's what I did. I remember I told you I wanted to be a professional in this industry. So I recorded myself. And I started recording myself, and I listened to myself. To this day, I still do that, by the way. To this day. You can ask Brooke. Brooke is like, you're listening to yourself? I can't listen to myself, David. No, she tells me. I'm critiquing myself. I'm listening to myself. Okay, no, my voice went there. Oh, I meant to say this here. I'm just so I can improve my presenting skills. So become a presenter, and you become presenter through practice. Practice makes permanent. Not just perfect. Perfect practice makes permanent. Okay. So that's key. Here's the next thing. Advancing momentum. You got to focus on rank advancing yourself and helping your team rank advance. This is key. Rank advance your team. Here's the next thing. Paychecks flowing within your organization. This is a business. We want you getting paid. Paychecks flowing in your organization. Guess what happens? Decided to get a paycheck. When you get a significant, I don't care who you are, when you get a paycheck that is significant within this industry, and then the paycheck comes again, it's coming, something goes inside of you. It's a little bug that never goes away. It's great. I enjoy it very much. Here's the next thing: advancing momentum, success stories. You want to create success story within your organization. First, create your own success story, and then start focusing on creating other people's success stories. Here's what's next. Consistent training support for your team. This is what this is about, right? We have so much now to our VP of marketing, James Langhart, who just did an amazing job with our system. This is all part of the support. Here's next. Frequent follow-ups to help your new partners get started fast, okay? Again, this is about getting started fast and doing things, activities to get people get started fast. Here's the next thing. celebrating and recognizing wins to keep energy high. Next Saturday, we're going to have our recognition Saturday. You're not going to want to miss it. This is going to be incredible. We might even give away some prizes that I have here that I just got that I think it'll be fun to give away some prizes. I love giving away prizes, by the way. So you're not going to want to miss it. Next Saturday, recognition. Next, always looking for the next wave of new prospects and leaders. You always got to have that eye where you're always identifying new prospects, new people within your organization that can create momentum. Also, advancing momentum, affiliate for an affiliate 24 hours. What does this mean? And this is a strategy to move fast. So if my friend Tara just got started today, and I'm asking her, hey, and she's like, well, David, I want to learn the product. I want to learn this. Fantastic. Let's do that. Hey, in the meantime, who do you know there's one person that trusts you that we can talk to right now? Who's that one person? That you can call and say, hey, I need you to look at this with me right now without knowing anything. Who's that one person? We all have that one person, right? I have it. I know you do too. We all have that one person. Who's that one person? Let's give them a call. Let's just talk to them and just say, hey, and just to let them know, hey, I'm excited about a new business project that I'm involved. I want to share with you and introduce you to someone that I'm working with. I have a lot of high respect for Miss Brooke Nieves, and we'll be to meet her. Do a little bit about the presence project that I have. You got 5 minutes that we can talk. Very simple, something like that. Affiliate for an affiliate in 24 hours. And then launching properly within 48 hours. Someone's just got started, helping them get launched right away. This is what creates speed. This is what creates momentum. All right. Next, work. Oh, God, this. I can go really deep in this one, but I'm not. I'm just literally touching on these very, very quickly. I can, but work with the newest, most excited person, the deepest level of your team. This is the concept of creating fire from the bottom up, right? So if I have if you're boiling water, where do you put? You put the fire on top, or you put the fire below? You put the fire below. So when you boil water, you put the fire below. It's the same thing. The fire is built from the bottom, and the steam up. So this I can go deep into this, but I'm not gonna go too much deep because we're running out of time. So next is VHMs. Okay, VHMs means vital health meetings, big meetings. It's obvious, right? The more people you have in a meeting, the law of averages works better for you. So it just makes sense. Here's the next thing. The next wave of momentum is sustaining momentum. And to keep momentum going, focus on building leadership and creating a strong culture within the organization. To sustain momentum, you got to focus on building the leaders, the current existing leaders that we have right now. We're really gonna dive to building you guys up, getting a strong culture within our organization. As we're sustaining momentum, we focus on these things: leadership training, a communicated system that everyone can follow. This is key, right? The system is communicated and everyone can follow. A strong culture that supports growth, a culture that is friendly, a culture that is welcoming, a culture that is performing. I mean, we reward good acting. This is a good culture, and you're gonna see more and more of our culture as our live events are going to be implemented within our a community that feels like home. I mean, we are a community, and we're so much a community that, you know, my phone number's out there. I get calls all the time from people. Hey, David, I'm in your organization. I look down to, like, 50 levels deep. I was like, hey, how's it going? We are a community. We're here to help each other. Next is also sustaining momentum, promoting events and attending events. These are essential for driving energy and duplication within your business. Very, very key. Okay. Next, let's talk about multiplying momentum. This last stage of momentum that we have. Last stage of momentum is this stage is about multiplying your efforts by to work with their own teams. Each leader must be following stages 1, 2, 3, creating, advancing, and sustaining momentum. In multiplying momentum, tap rooting for more leaders within a control, action-focused environment, going deep, to find those ready to run. I'm going to do a training on tap rooting in the future. Tap rooting is just working depth in your organization. So you sponsor for upfront profit, but you build depth for stability within your team. So we're gonna do a training on that, advanced training on tap rooting in the very near future. I think maybe we'll do it silver and up. I think that's a good one. I think silver and up or something like that, or sapphire and up. We'll do a tap rooting in-depth workshop training for you guys on how to do that effectively, how you can drive depth in your organization and just build that momentum down there. Okay. And finally, in multiplying momentum, helping each leader understand exactly what action they need to take to hit their volume goals and advance to the next rank. My school was always numbers. They taught me numbers. My mentor used to say, David, if you don't know your numbers, you have no hope. He used to tell me, like, he was a little intense, but intense people drive momentum. So I appreciated that. But he worked with me on understanding, say, how many exposures did you create this week? Oh, David, I'm like, I didn't make any pay. I didn't make a paycheck this week. Okay, show me. Let me show you a calendar. How many exposures did you do? How many exposures do you with your team? Oh, 0. Okay, that's not a good number. That's not a good number for us to create results. So we got to focus on the majors, and this is what I focus on, and to create results. In fact, if you're feeling stuck right now, if you're feeling in a place of like, I just need to get back in the horse. Here's how you do it. Okay, we're gonna focus on the majors. What are the majors? The majors: presenting the business and product to new people, creating exposures that way, right? These are just presenting the business and product to new people, sharing the product and presenting the business. Now, what's next? What are the majors? Prospecting. Well, Dave, I don't have nobody to show the business to. I went through all my lists. You went through all your lists? I doubt it, to be honest, because I think we went through our selective list, right? let's just call it, because what we do, we make a list of the people that have the highest probability of signing up with us. So that's the list that we make. But then there's another list that we don't tap into. But anyways, doesn't matter. Let's just say that you did go through your list. Okay. Then step 2 of the majors is prospecting. Prospecting is key. And there's so many different strategies in prospecting. Go to the Boards app, and there's a whole section on social media prospecting and how you can do attraction marketing. Let me ask you a question. How would you like to not have to talk to anybody unless they want to talk to you first? How you like that? How does that sound? How does that sound? Like, don't talk to anybody unless they want to talk to you first. That sounds great, doesn't it? Well, in the Boards app, there's strategies to do that. When I went through the Boards app myself, I went through everything, by the way. And when I went through and I saw it, I was like, this is brilliant. This is great. This is already here for people. This is amazing. Already in the Boards app. How to increase your list by prospecting is already in the Boards app. Amazing. Next, you're also going to be working with your team and building depth. That means launching new people and training your team. That's what it means. So again, we're gonna do a training on tap rooting in the very near future. Okay. Next is getting your new team members commitment to a regional or national convention with a purchase of a ticket. That's what we do. By the way, we're gonna have our first convention. God willing, and everything goes as planned. We're still organizing and everything. We're gonna be doing it in October, and I want everybody here to attend. I want everybody here to attend to our first national convention. It's gonna be off the chain, and I looking at right now in Texas. It's gonna be in Texas, and we're excited about it. Okay, so it's gonna be in Texas. I won't say which city yet because we're still in searching for the city, but it's going to be in Texas, and it's going to be off the chain in October. So I want everybody to attend. It's fun. And lastly, the majors: personal development. You're working on yourself. That's what this means. This is what we do. By the way, if you're brand new, forget about everything I just said. Just focus on this. Okay? Everything you said matter. Don't worry about that. That is for network marketing scientists. They like to break things down. I literally sit down and just contemplate the industry sometimes. I'm just sitting down, and this is what I think about. So, but if you're brand new to this, don't worry about anything and just focus on this. This is what you're gonna focus majors. In the beginning, it's only the first two, by the way. Just focus on the first, in the business and product to new people and prospecting. That's it. That's all you, if you're brand new, that's all you're going to do. Nothing else. And your first goal, if you're brand new, is get to silver. Get to silver and open up check matching. That's what you're gonna do. Get to silver and start getting those first paychecks, and let's get you paid, and let's get some testimonies within your business, and let's get a personal story, success story within yourself. That's all that we have to do, guys. I'm very, very excited. I think, oh man, I did this training really, really. I'm happy I did it fast. Thank you. I believe that we are in a very special time within Vital Health. This is a time where you can solidify yourself as something within this business, as a leader within this industry. We're going to support you. We're going to do whatever it takes, whatever you need to win. We're going to bring the tools. We're going to bring the infrastructure. We're going to the culture. We're going to bring the leadership. We're going to bring the system. We're going to bring everything that you need for you to see. All you have to do is bring your belief. One of the guys, I heard a guy once said that I thought it was great. He said that if you had to do it all over again, this guy made millions in the industry. He said, if you had to do it all over again, what would you do different? And he said, I would have believed much bigger, much faster. That's it. And when he said that, I was like, for myself, like, what we have done? I'm like, that's exactly what we have done. I would have believed much bigger, much faster. I want you to let you know that we're not going to let you down. We're not going to quit on you. We're not perfect. We're going to make mistakes. That's human, right? Falling down is a part of life, back up living. So we're going to live. It's okay. But we're always going to get back up, and we're going to do this together. You're not going to be alone. We're going to be doing this together. You can talk to any of the leadership team, any of the diamonds and double diamonds. And I'm telling you, 100% committed and excited about this opportunity. I talk on a daily basis. On a daily basis, I talk to most of the diamonds. And I can tell you that they're committed, and they're really excited to look for the next person that wants to step up and say, I want to run with you. So you go out there, let the person that your upline diamond and success line, well, let's call them, that you're ready to do this, and that you're here and you're committed and you're ready to make it happen. You're all, guys. Thank you very much, guys. Sorry, it took a little longer this time around than usual. We usually do it in an hour, but a lot to cover. The PDF, which is going to be a lot more information about momentum, is going to be loaded. It'll happen sometime today, and we'll announce it. That way you don't miss it. But the PDF will be uploaded to that. I got to have some of my notes in the PDF, and I'll have that ready for you guys. Thank you very much. And I just can't wait to see your success and your promotion. That's what gets me excited. I get excited about other people's success. I get excited about other people's promotion. So thank you very much.